Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and today we're going to be talking about battle lines again. Again, if you haven't seen my first video, I'll go ahead and link it up right here, but this game is a lot of fun and it has had me addicted all week. However, going through the tutorial and everything, there's some things that are left to be desired, I think. So this video is the top 5 things that the tutorial and the game does not tell you. But first, before we get into that, if you're just now finding my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the newest content. All right. And welcome back to Battle Lines. Alright, so there are 5 things going through the game that, when you go through the tutorial, as cool as the story is, doesn't really give you some necessary information. So we're going to go ahead and go through that really quick right now. And in no particular order whatsoever. The first thing that comes up is going into my deck here. Here it is. All right. Was that my voice? All right. So what the heck is this big green thumb right here? Now, it's not because it's on She-Hulk. I guarantee you that. But the game doesn't tell you what the heck is this green thumb there for you. So I honestly don't know. My best guess on this one is it's a recommendation for the deck. It says, hey, you may want to throw in She-Hulk. So I think that's what it is. That is number 5. Number 4, the challenge mode right here. I've seen this question come up a few times, and it was a question that I had because I had no idea what the heck was going on. But when you go into challenge mode and you start working through it, you'll notice, what the heck is happening to my hit points? My hit points, I know I have more than what I'm coming in here with, but for some reason I have reduced hit points. So we're gonna take a look at what that difference is. So but if you go into view record, you pull this up, it will show you your leader HP is at 100%. It'll show you what the opponent bonus cosmic fragment is, the opponent card stat, and then bonus victory scores. And then right under here it says challenge penalty resets at 6 p.m. Okay? So there's a penalty for every time that you go into challenge mode. And I think what it's for is it's a balancing mechanic. I don't know what the difference is though, so let's figure it out. Let's go ahead and go in. We're going to go ahead and do a battle. Oh, no, not that deck, though. No. Okay, well, I did not want to go in with this deck, but we'll,
These chumps?
we have no choice now. So let's see what we got. All right, so the premise of this deck when I was putting it together was to hoard cosmic fragments and just inundate the enemy. So we're gonna see what happens. It's all about controlling the enemy's hands. I really have fun with card games where I can remove cards from their hand, or I remove characters from the field. So we'll see what we can do here. Heimdall comes out, and I'm gonna see. I've got 2, so I'm gonna get rid of him, and I like getting rid of action cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw Black Widow in there.
Listen, I have a plan. Well,
all right. Oh, I got Squirrel Girl in here too. Ah, Gwen. But did not get rid of Karen. All right, let's see what do we got now. By the way, since we're here, it leads us into number 3. And number 3 is not in the tutorial does it tell you that you can switch your card out. Doesn't tell you anywhere. I think it's important to know, because if you don't have, like I can't use the Hulk right now. There's no reason for me to have him. So let's go ahead and switch him out.
I bet there's a
I'm gonna throw this guy out. I don't know if you have Cloak yet. He's kind of a useful card. One of the ones where if he gets knocked out, he yanks somebody else that's a distant enemy off the board. So we're going to go ahead and use him. That way, if he gets yanked out, he's going to pull Gwenpool out of there.
To the collection? Carpe freaking diem.
Carpe freaking diem. All right. What are we gonna do?
Getting a little
Let's
anxious
see.
to web someone up.
I'm gonna throw Black Cat up here.
Oh man, this is gonna rock. Dance off.
Heimdall again.
Well, hello. What do we have here? Come on. I've been waiting.
All right. And just because it is number 2 on the list, I got to go ahead and put it on here. When you're on the battlefield and in the tutorial, it does not show you, it does not tell you that you can move your pieces around the board. I think that's an important mechanic, especially when you have characters like Black Cat. That is, after moving, you gain 1 nearby cosmic fragment from the field. Or Squirrel Girl here, because if she moves and makes a battle line, then you win the game. So I think that's an important mechanic to call out, and it doesn't call it out. But we're just going to go ahead and move it, because we're going to grab these 2, and then we're going to grab these 2. Just by moving her. Boom. There we go. And we pick up those 2 right there.
Getting strong. Time to get busy.
All right. So what? We've been through 4 of the top 5. Let's see if we can go ahead and...
Yeah, score!
Let's see if we can
This is when we get to the face punching, right?
go in and wrap up the top 5 here. The final one is that there's no skip button here. It doesn't tell you how to pass your turn if you have cards in your hand that you can't use. So you have to do it one of 2 ways. You either move a character on the board, which ends your turn, going back to the move mechanic that they don't tell you about, and then you can do that, or you can swap out all of your cards in your hand, and if after swapping all of your cards out you can't play anything, then the skip button will come up.
Sometimes you have to improvise. Am I forgetting something? Let's change it up a little. Here's a different...
All right, and here's one of the instances where once you've gone and switched all the hands in your deck and you can't do anything else, it brings up this skip turn button right here. Now I can either skip or I can move in order to complete my turn.
I can't take all the credit for that win, but I'll take some of it.
All right, and now after that win, I will go ahead and take a look at my view record here, and it looks like the player HP is at 95%, so the penalty there is 5%. Doesn't look like there is a opponent bonus yet, or card stat still at 100%, but the bonus victory score is at +5 now. So even though there's a penalty for me now when I go back in there, as far as hit points go, it looks like there's a bonus victory point assigned there as well. So there's still incentive to continue to go into challenge and battle your way up to the top. Not to mention, if you take a look at the rewards is all about the gems. So, and there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you tonight. The top 5 things that the tutorial or the game does not tell you. And just to run down through them again, it was what's up with the green thumbs. That's just to let you know that it is a recommended card for your deck. Number 4 was that you can switch cards, and I think that's important, as you saw in the game here, and I'm sure you figured out as well. It's important to be able to switch those cards when you have those high-value cards that you just can't play yet. The hit point penalty and the challenge here, now we know that's 5%. I'd be interested to know as you continue to win through the challenge, if it stays at 5% increments, or does that 5% turn into 10% once you get more than 5 wins in a row or whatever. I'm not really sure about that one. So that was the third one. The second one is that you can move on the board, and as you can see, it's important to be able to move on the board, especially when you have characters that have abilities that trigger when you move, like Black Cat and Squirrel Girl. Not to mention, you have a leader, you have Thor, that when you move, he does damage to the enemy, to your opponent's characters. So that's an important mechanic that should be called out. And then as far as the skip button goes, that skip button doesn't show up until you've switched all your cards out and you have no plays. So in order to initiate that switch, initiate that skip turn, you need to switch out all your cards so that you can hit it. Otherwise, if you have the opportunity, or if your strategy allows you to move a character on the board, that ends your turn as well. So I'm curious, is there more in there that the game doesn't tell you? I do have a couple other things, but these I think were the top 5 because it really has to do with the strategy of the game as well as climbing this challenge ladder. I'd be interested to know if you found anything else that should be called out. Go ahead and throw that in the comment section below. And I want to thank you guys for watching and taking a look at the video. Let me know if you liked it by hitting that like button and sharing your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.